Reptilia. Come on, follow me.
Ooh, beautiful crickets. But we'll talk about these guys a little bit later. So when we're talking about reptiles, it's important to know that they are ectothermic. Do you know what ectothermic means?
No.
No? It means cold-blooded. So
I know what cold-blooded means.
What does cold-blooded mean?
It means that they have warm skin.
They do have warm skin, and that's because they get all their heat from outside sources. So they get their heat from the sun, or if they live in captivity, like here, they get it from their heat lamps. They do shed as well, but we shed off our skin too.
Whoa.
So they're not gonna bite because we don't feed anything live here. Yeah. For humane reasons.
So much blood on it. That white one.
Oh yeah, but they're flash frozen.
They're cute.
They are cute, but we're not going to be feeding these today. We're talking about tortoises, and a lot of our tortoises eat different kind of meat, like superworms.
Oh, I ate those before.
You eat a superworm?
Yeah. I ate worm too. It's good protein.
It is good protein, and that's exactly why we love to give it to our animals here.
I want to touch them.
You want to touch them? Perfect, because I want you to touch them. What I need for you is to get 12 of these little guys into this little bin here.
Touch them into?
Yeah. So I'll do the first one. You guys got this. I believe in you.
No. It's so wiggly.
Someone took all my bowls.
It's so wiggly.
They are. They're wiggly and they're jiggly.
Wiggly jiggly. Do you have one? No.
Right now, we were inside where we are looking at what
So loud. What is that?
For example, this.
Food for this? Is it alive?
Crickets. If you guys
What is
hear
here?
them,
Those things.
Yeah, these are
we're gonna
mealworms.
feed
Mealworms.
the reptiles.
We can't touch them, can we?
If you want to touch them, you can.
Do they bite?
No, not really. So we like crickets and superworms because they're full of protein with not a lot of
Superworms
fat.
are way bigger.
Mealworms are okay, but we try to stay away from butterworms and hornworms.
Butterworms.
Butterworms? Oh, I have some in the fridge. Don't worry. They're not going to go anywhere. We keep them in the fridge so they're not moving around too much, but they are still alive. Those are butterworms, but they're really
Those are so
fatty.
big.
Mm-hmm.
What are those other ones?
They're good for a nice treat.
Can we see the other
Give it a
ones?
quick wash.
No.
Welcome.
My mama only told me. Oh, that's what it is? That's what he is?
That's a big old tortoise, yeah.
So big. And can
Isn't he
we keep the
gorgeous?
door open?
Can we keep this?
Are we gonna meet? Are we gonna meet snapping turtles?
We're not meeting the snapping turtle today, but we'll meet some other turtles who are absolutely gorgeous. So before we walk in, we always want to check that light. Now that light's not on. If I turn it on, it looks like this. If it was on, it means someone's working with something venomous. I know it is. So we're good. Come on in. Yeah, they shed. That's totally natural. He's not gonna do anything with that right now. Come on in, guys.
Is that turtle gonna bite?
Is that turtle gonna bite? So every animal can bite you, but they don't want to because then they could hurt their teeth. And they don't really want to scratch you either because then they could hurt their claws. And they need those things for eating and digging. And if they hurt themselves,
They won't have anything to they won't be able to dig or anything.
Exactly.
Because they will lose their nails.
exactly, they need all that stuff to survive. All right, we're gonna pop down. So I'm gonna pop in there and get Gus.
He's so small.
He is small. I'll go grab him for you.
Can we touch him?
Yeah, but just give me 2 shakes. I'm gonna grab him out because he's hiding in the corner.
Okay, guys, step back.
Yay! Cali, don't be scared. It's fine. It bites. Cali, can I
Don't
feed
be
him
scared.
too?
Don't drop the food.
Don't drop the
He has to be fed.
Don't drop the food. Don't drop the food, Cali. Oh, it's so small.
So small.
Yeah. It's small, but its claws are sharp.
So,
Is it a baby?
if he's this small, how old do you think he is?
5.
5? He's older than 5.
1
Older?
month.
Older.
Way older. 12.
Older.
15.
Older.
20.
Older.
30.
Yeah, there we go. We believe he is around 30 years old.
Wow, 30.
But why is he tiny when he's 30 years old?
Because this is the type.
Sometimes animals stay how they are.
So he's a Hermits Tortoise, and this is a totally normal size for a Hermits Tortoise. He can live to about 75 years old, but it does take at least 15 years for him to become full grown. So we got these big chunks because we want to make sure he bites into them. They don't have teeth, they just have one really big beak. So when they're munching on these vegetables, it helps whittle it down so he doesn't get a good overbite. Start looking like that. All right, so what you can do is pop his food in his enclosure for him, and I promise he's gonna go for those sweet potatoes. No, just put in the bowl. He walks over the bowl, but that's totally fine.
It's here?
Just inside.
Let's bring it down here. There we go.
Fabulous. All right, Gus, are you ready?
Gus. Let's see how fast we can. He's eating slow. Johnny.
They are endangered. Does anyone know what endangered means?
Yeah, it means that they need help.
They do need help. And there's not too many of them left.
Because a lot of things are eating them.
That's one of the reasons for sure. One of their big predators is a raccoon. And we've got a huge raccoon population. These guys also don't sleep and nest in the same areas. They actually travel kilometers on kilometers to get from one place to the other.
So they probably walk slow?
They do walk pretty slow. Do you want to see how slow they walk?
Yeah.
All right. Stand back. Here we go. Are you ready, Mr. Pickles?
Yeah.
3, and 2, and 1. Go, Mr. Pickles, go!
Like a sloth.
So it is suggested that you guys don't interact with wildlife when you see it out there. Yeah, he's pretty slow. But if you guys ever see turtles crossing the road, there's an important way to do it. We want to make sure that beak is as far away from us as possible. And when you grab them, you know how you guys eat a sandwich?
Yep.
You're just gonna grab them on the side, staying away from that beak. And we're gonna walk them to wherever they need to go.
Snake!
Yeah, we've got snakes behind these doors. We've got different locks. So I'm actually not trained on some of the really big snakes. That's why we've got different locks here. We've got levels on levels of training before you can get that far.
Does
so what I'm
he eat
gonna
those
do?
worms?
He does eat those worms. So what I'm gonna do is put Mr. Pickles in the water.
Can I hold it?
And what you guys are gonna do is I'll hold it. And you can grab out a worm.
Oh, yay.
And you can toss them right into him. So these guys not having any teeth, they do have to crush their food before they get it. Oh, and look at, he's so excited. Nom, 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 nom,
So
nom.
fast.
Beautiful. So come on forward. There you go, he's wiggly and jiggly. Throw him in.
Wiggly jiggly.
Fabulous. So they might not get it right away. Hey, Shelly, you want to come up? So I'll put Shelly in the water too because she's a little bit smaller. Maybe she wants some worms.
Her name is Shelly too.
Ooh, you can tell her name is shared with a Blandings turtle.
They're all fine. Whoa! Whoa!
Look at those big long necks. So these guys swim for a long time. They're also really good at digging with those sharp claws there. And those really long necks help to poke into the water and help them breathe.
Is that one a girl?
Yeah, Shelly's a girl. So, come on out now.
You want Yali? Oh, Auntie. Auntie.
Oh, hold on, Cali. Hold on.
Don't worry, he's coming out.
Whoa.
So when he takes a couple minutes to eat. All right, so what you're gonna do is hold it out. Your hand as far away from that beak as possible, and when he grabs it, let go. My hand was a little too close, that's because I didn't have a stem. But
Boy, it's like this.
He does!
You're next, Eli.
Here you go, buddy. Buddy.
All right, so he's really big, right guys?
Oh yeah. Here, Cali.
So how old do you think he is?
I'm scared. Here you go.
I think
So
he's
just hold it out in front of him just like this. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I can stand behind it. So what you're gonna do is just hold it out like this. You wanna be at the side of him, right? There you go. Perfect, good job. And if he drops it, that's fine. Trust me, he loves his collard greens. He's gonna grab them. So,
See, they're so big.
They're big. He's actually about 160 pounds.
I'm gonna put the salad on the ground so he can.
That's okay too if you want to do that. He can totally come and grab that. So, he's from Africa and the savannah. He's from a very warm climate. That's why it's so warm in there. Pardon?
Black Panther lives?
Panther? Oh, Black Panther. Does that live in the savannah? I know they do live in warm climates as well. But one of his biggest predators? A lion.
That big!
Isn't that crazy? So if you look at his shell, it's a little different than our Blandings turtles because it doesn't close all the way.
Can I feed him? We've fed so many turtles! Yeah!
Okay guys, let's finish off the tour and see what other animals they have here.
Yeah!
Alright, let's go.
Whoa, that snake is so big!
Wow, this is called...
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Oh my goodness. These snakes are called the carpet python.
What about these ones? What about those ones?
Same thing.
Orange?
Wow.
But just different colors?
Yeah. Let's check over here. Let's go this way. These are like little lizards.
Aww. Oh, look at that one. That one's so small.
Yeah, that one's over there small.
That one's alive.
They're all alive. Oh, look
And
at
even one
that.
right there.
Yeah, there is one right there.
I know.
You guys look? Oh wow, what's over here?
Snake. No.
Oh.
It's not snake. That's a kind of lizard. Big.
Look at this one over here, guys.
Yeah, that one's so long. I love that one. Over here you can see a little more. No.
Wow.
I don't see any more. I said over here.
Look up here, Cali. Look up.
Wow.
This is called a false water
There's a bug in here.
cobra. Look, there's a cobra snake. It's a water cobra snake.
King Cobra?
A false water cobra. Wow.
Turtle! Wow. There's 2 turtles.
Okay, let's keep on going, guys. Let's see what else they have here. These are crocodile eggs and snake skin.
Can I touch them?
Mommy's gonna hold them?
Could I touch them?
In a bit. You can touch this one as much as you want. These guys are a bit more delicate though. So if you
Gosh, look how big this is, guys.
Where's the other one?
Wow.
Right there.
This is huge.
Are you looking right there? Oh.
Oh my gosh. What is this, guys? What's this one called?
I don't know.
What is it you think it's called, Elijah?
Alligator.
Alligator or crocodile?
Crocodile.
Crocodile?
No, alligator.
I think this is one called a crocodile. The other one's called alligator.
here's a bearded dragon. Now I'll get you guys to sit nice and back against the wall. Perfect. And in close to each other. Excellent. Now I'm just gonna put him on my leg and you guys can both feel what he feels like. Yeah, so he has a really rough scale to protect himself from predators. So if someone wanted to bite him, they wouldn't really want all those spikes in their mouth. So it is a good deterrent for predators. Not too much on his head, more on his back. There we go.
What about on his stomach?
Yeah, so you can feel those nice and gently. And that's because his nails didn't go on your hands. But they're not going to cut through or anything. They're just pointy. Nice, good hold. The more you have underneath him, the more comfortable he'll feel.
There we go.
That's a bit better. All right.
Tail as well. We don't want to touch her tail and scare her.
Gentle with your finger, nice and gentle.
Very nice. Now, if she was to get scared, she could drop her tail just like lots of other lizards. Her tail will come off and it'll actually wiggle around on the ground on its own. So if there's any predators nearby, they will eat the tail
It's
instead
soft.
of chasing her farther along. And I'll come around for everybody, don't worry. We'll do one row at a time. Very nice. So we're gonna say goodbye to Starburst here in a second. You wanna try? Very nice. We're gonna say goodbye to Starburst.
Bye, Starburst.
Bye, guys.
We saw a tarantula that had 8 legs. It's very smooth, right? It's not slimy, is it? No, not at all.
Elijah, wasn't that fun? Yeah, Cali. Thanks for watching. Bye.